Shwmae a chroeso i'r adran Gymraeg. This PowerPoint will give you an overview of A-Level Welsh at St David's College. If you have any further questions, my contact details will appear at the end, so feel free to contact me. Shwmae, Miss Hughes dwi, a dwi'n dysgu Cymraeg yng Ngholeg Dewi Sant. My name is Rhian Hughes and I'm the Welsh teacher at St David's College. So if you choose Welsh, you'll be with me. So the Welsh A-Level course is a 2-year course. So in the first year you have the AS course, and then the second year you have the A2 course. So the AS course is split up into 3 units. Unit 1 is the oral exam. Unit 2 is written coursework. Unit 3 is a written exam. And then in the upper 6, the A2 course, again, this is split into 3 units. So Unit 4 is an oral exam. Unit 5 and Unit 6 are both written exams. Okay, so let's look a little closer at the AS course. So first of all, you have the Unit 1. Unit 1 is the oral exam. And you have 2 sections to this. Section A, you will be in a group and you will discuss the film Patagonia, and this will last 20 minutes. And then you will have 5 minutes on your own to discuss your written coursework. Unit 2 is the written coursework, where you will be expected to produce coursework which will be between 1,500 and 2,000 words. Within that coursework, you have to include 3 extended pieces of writing. And then finally, we have the 3rd unit, and this is a written exam, the use of language and poetry. Again, this is split into 2 sections. Section A is the grammar section, where you will be expected to complete grammar exercises. And then section B is the poetry section. Now, during the AS course, you will need to study 5 poems. And in the exam, 1 of those 5 poems will come up, and you will be required to answer questions on that specific poem. Okay, so moving on to the 2nd year of the A-Level course, the A2 year. This is split into 3 units once again. So Unit 4 is the oral examination, and this is split into 3 sections. So Section A, living through the medium of Welsh, and Section B, discussing a play called Crash. They will both be done in a group, and that will take around 30 minutes. And then you will have 5 minutes on your own to discuss some of the themes in the play Crash. And then the next unit, Unit 5, is the Welsh Language and Society and Translanguaging. Now, Section A, you will be required to answer questions on the Welsh Language and Society, where you will be studying the history of the Welsh language from the middle of the 20th century up until present day. And then Section B is translanguaging. So in the exam, you will be given an article written in English, and you will be required to respond in Welsh to that article. And then finally, Unit 6, this is split into 2 sections. Section A is fairly similar to Section A in Unit 3, which is a grammar section where you will be required to complete grammar exercises. And then Section B is the short story section. During the course, you'll be studying 4 short stories, and 1 of those short stories will be in the exam, and you will be required to answer questions on that specific story. A typical lesson in Welsh would include all the 4 skills, so reading, writing, listening and speaking in Welsh. As you can imagine, there will be a lot of grammar, but also some literature, watching a film and analysing it. So there is quite a lot of variety. If you choose to study Welsh, then you will learn a lot about Wales, the language and the culture. As this is an advanced level course, we would expect both your speaking and written skills to improve vastly during the course. As you can imagine, the ability to speak Welsh in Wales these days is a real asset, especially as the Welsh Government would like to see 1 million Welsh speakers in Wales by the year 2050. If you're able to speak Welsh, then it can increase your chances of employment. If you look at job adverts, many state that the ability to speak Welsh is either essential or desirable. So it really is a useful skill in the current climate. Apart from that, I think Welsh learners often get a buzz from being able to converse with others in Welsh. During the A-level course, you will not only study the language, but you will also have a flavour of the culture and the literature. Welsh is a facilitating subject. It's one of the Russell Group of subjects. Many universities realise that if you've studied a language at A-level, you have acquired many valuable skills. If you're thinking of going on to study Welsh at degree level, then many Welsh graduates often find careers in areas such as law, politics, media, performing arts, administration, education, and so on. In 2018, 91% of Welsh graduates at Cardiff University who were available for work reported they were in employment within 6 months of graduation.
Shemai, Zach Dewey, and I've just finished my A-level in Welsh. I managed to get an A star at the end of it and I really enjoyed studying it. I originally chose Welsh because I think it's really important to learn a bit more about the country you come from and the culture and the language, and generally it's just a really fun thing to study. I personally really enjoyed the A2 section of the course. It was really interesting to learn about the history of Welsh and how it's changed over the years and the struggles of Welsh people and all these different things. I also really enjoyed the short stories section. That was really interesting to learn a little bit more about Welsh literature. And in general, I just really enjoyed A2, and AS was also really fun. So I would definitely recommend studying Welsh. And pob luck.
I decided to study Welsh to further develop my language skills, but also to learn more about Welsh literature, film, history and culture. My favourite part of the course was the history aspect, because it really made me appreciate the journey that Welsh as a language has undergone to get to where it is today.
Hello, Shemai, Tom Dewey. I'm in my first year studying Welsh and French at Cardiff University. I came to the college not speaking very much Welsh at all, not feeling comfortable holding a simple conversation, and left feeling confident speaking even with first language speakers. The Welsh A-level was a great stepping stone to what I'm studying now, which is Welsh as a first language, even though I'm actually a learner. The Welsh A-level has such a great flexibility and diversity of modules, with things looking at literature, the history of Wales and the Welsh language, formal writing and speaking skills, which is all really now important to what I'm studying here. But even if you're not looking to study Welsh at university, it's still such a useful skill to have in the workplace and so important to our history and heritage. So pob lwc gyda'ch dyfodol a hwyl.